Good morning, Warriors. Back with another episode of Vigor Warriors 2 and the 1% Club. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. We're starting to do a couple of these early, starting to get back into the work rhythm, and hope you guys are doing well. So thank you again for all the subscriptions, comments, likes. I think we're almost in there 500. Last time I checked it was $4.99, so thank you guys so much for all of that. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are getting some good information. I'm hearing a lot of good comments on things that we're talking about and doing, and that's great. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel like we're accomplishing something here, and so we'll continue doing these as long as we get a good positive reaction from you guys and that you're getting something out of it. So thank you guys for all the comments, likes. I try to get to as many as I can. It's starting to get to the point, but there's so many that I have to try to kind of pick them out a little bit here. So we're going to talk about Adrian sent me one. Hey Adrian, shout out to Adrian. Thank you, Adrian, for your comment on manifestation. So let's talk about that a little bit. Semen retention and manifestation. So what is manifestation? Well, if you go back a little bit to what we're talking about when it comes to using your focus, one of the things that semen retention does is really kind of highlight your ability to focus. Now, focusing is a key because focusing will allow you to kind of concentrate your mental state on goals and things that you're trying to achieve. And that just makes it easier to actually go ahead and accomplish them. It's almost like if you're looking for something, you can actually find it in your mind. If you're thinking about it, it somehow manifests it out. Now, over the years, there's been a lot of different books that I think we've mentioned before on the show here, but a lot of different types of books called The Secret of the Ages and The Secret that have been put out to focus on this whole idea that you can use your brain. Now, we only use about 10% of our brain. And so because of that, we only kind of use a part of what we're really looking at and kind of using. And as a result of that, we don't really get as much out of it as we probably should. Now, in the meantime, we're focusing on a lot of negative things and temptations and things that we talk about on this show a lot when it comes to releasing and things like that. But if you focus on your goals and you focus on things, this is kind of why I always say focus on your goals, because you're able then to manifest that into your reality at some point. Now, sometimes it takes shorter, sometimes it takes longer. This is why we focus on prayer a lot, because prayer is the same kind of concept in which you're praying to God to achieve something. And so as you're achieving something, you're manifesting in your mind that you're going to get that. Obviously, you have to have faith and hope that it's going to happen. But as you build stronger and your retention gets stronger, you're going to have a lot more faith. You're going to have a lot more ability to realize that there's more to life than just releasing. And so now you're going to focus on other things. So yes, I think, Adrian, you're exactly right. I think Adrian makes a good point of saying that once you're on your retention, and I think I'm at 807 days or something like that now. When you're on retention, you're now shifting all of your information, your ideas away from looking at women, whether it's real women or whether it's pictures of women, things like that, and you're focusing on achieving goals. Therefore, that's going to come more into your picture. Now, is it perfect? No. I think there's a lot of things that go into it and a lot of things around it that you have to kind of keep dedicated and keep an idea in your head that this is what you eventually want. But I remember many times where I would go ahead and think about something that I thought was pretty impossible. Like, for instance, trying to find a certain type of comic book in one of my collections, or a certain type of old football game or something like that on videotape. And I thought I could never find it. And here, all of a sudden, I'm finding it. Now, how does it happen? Well, I think your mind kind of goes, it's like a magnet. It finds those things that are compatible with what you're thinking about. But if you spend all your time thinking about, women all the time, well, this is going to be a problem. Now, it's a big difference when talking about trying to achieve a goal than to go ahead and see and try to find, just having one night stands. I think, obviously that's what you're going to manifest. You're going to do that, regardless. It's eventually going to happen for you because you're putting your mind to it. Whatever you put your mind to, and Napoleon Hill said this one time, whatever your mind can conceive, it can achieve. And if you can conceive something, you can actually achieve it. Now, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes a lot of other types of dedication, but you can do that. But yes, of course, if you're gonna go ahead and focus on something, you want to focus on things that are positive and things that are going to help you become more of this effective, person you're looking to become. You don't want to go into the whole idea of saying, okay, maybe today I'll focus on this and tomorrow I'll focus on that. What I would recommend doing is sitting down and putting a bunch of goals together and say, okay, these are my 5-year goals, these are my 10-year goals, these are things that I'm working on short term and long term, and I'm kind of focusing on achieving those things. And you're going to use all that energy and power you're saving within your retention to be able to kind of manifest those into your reality. And that's, I think, is a key thing. So Adrian, I think you've hit on a good secret there, that as you retain more, you're stronger, your focus becomes stronger. Now you become a lot more of an attractive person who's going to get a lot of opportunities, and as a result of that, you can achieve those kind of goals you're looking to achieve. And I think that's kind of the key to it. I think you can use this in a wise way, or people can use this as an unwise way. I think certainly I've tried over the years using it in a wise way and trying to achieve things that you want to achieve to better not only yourself but people around you and humanity. But you can also do it in a way where it's going to hurt you too. If you're manifesting yourself and all you want to do is release all the time, well, you're going to find a way to do that, of course. But that's going to make your life a lot harder, and you're not going to have all those benefits. The same thing when it comes to money, stealing money. If you want to do that, you could do that manifesting it. It's going to manifest, but it's not going to be effective or something for you in the long run. And that's why it's important to kind of choose those goals and know yourself and who you are, and choose those kind of goals that are going to end up helping you become a better person. And I think that's kind of one of the biggest keys when it comes to retention that you can do. Find things that are going to make you a lot more stronger and more effective as time goes on. And I think that's the important thing. So, Adrian, I think you bring up a very good point. I think it goes back to this whole idea that we want to be the most effective, efficient person we can be. Now, we do that by first learning self-discipline. And obviously the first step in self-discipline is your retention. And once you're retaining, now you're at a point where saying, okay, I can use these same behaviors and transfer these behaviors to other things that I'm doing. And I think that's a key to how we're being effective here. And I think that's an important type of aspect of this. If you're able to retain and you're able to focus on these things that are important when it comes to, keeping your energy, keeping your vitality, keeping those things within you, well, then you're going to be able to focus on using that same habit and the same idea to other things that you're doing. And I think this is a key type of thing. And then obviously then you can focus on your goals, focus on the thing that is going to make you stronger and make you a lot more disciplined. And I think once you do that, then all of a sudden, then you get all the benefits of that. So yes, you can manifest anything in your life you really want to. I think the brain is a lot more powerful than we think it is. And I think certainly you've hit upon one of the classic ideas that have been around in philosophy for thousands of years, going back to Aristotle and Socrates, that whatever your mind can conceive, put together, you can achieve. The question then becomes, what are those type of things you want to put together? Are you going to live a life that's worthwhile? Are you going to live a life that's honorable? And are you going to live a warrior's life? Or are you going to live a life of debauchery and like the Roman Empire and all these other types of things where people just kind of go ahead and have orgies and sex with anybody they want, and they're not really going ahead and focusing on trying to make things better. They're kind of using people, and people are using them, and all of a sudden you get into this type of me type of thing, which you see in many types of generations of people as they go through. All right, my friends. Well, great topic today. Thank you so much again, Adrian, for the topic you gave us. Once again, manifestation and semen retention. I think this is an important key, but realizing that you want to manifest those things in your life that are positive, and you want to make sure that those things really are something that's focusing on. All right, my friends, have a great day. Hope you guys are going to continue battling on, and we'll talk again tomorrow. God bless you guys. Battle on!